much for clicking on this video. How are you today? If this is your very first time to come across this channel, my name is BD, but you can call me Auntie BD. I do DIYs, I talk about relatable issues, and I talk about personal development, basically trying to be better than the way we were yesterday and trying to experience something new. If you find this very interesting, please click on the subscribe button just beneath this video. There's a red inscription that says subscribe. Click on it, a bell sign will appear. Click on it also so that you get notified anytime I post a new video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to instantly relieve itchy vagina area. Yes, I said it, itchy vagina area. I'm not of the school of thought that vagina should be coded to be called nicknames and all those names they call it. I call it for what it is because it is special. That's what makes us who we are as ladies, as women, as young girls. You know, coding this name make young girls growing up to become young adults begin to wonder what's wrong with them. Why is mommy and daddy always coding the fact that I have a vagina? Why do they not want me to know that I have a vagina? That's why you see young girls now trying to become boys because they feel like something is wrong with them. If you're a young person here and you're watching this video, there is nothing wrong with you as a woman. You have a vagina. It is special. It is beautiful. That's what makes you who you are. And now we want to talk about how to deal with that area when it begins to itch. There are various reasons why that area can be itchy. It can be as a result of sexually transmitted diseases, UTI, urinary tract infection, but the most common reason why the area itch is as a result of the overproliferation of candida. So what does this mean? This means that inside the woman's vagina, there are this liquid fluid that help cleanse out the vagina and keep the vagina lubricated, juicy, and helps a woman's fertility, help you get pregnant when you need to get pregnant or when you don't want to get pregnant. So what happened is that there's this particular fungi called candida. It is a normal flora of a woman's vagina, but sometimes it goes crazy and begin to overpower the other mucus and begin to form this precipitated discharge. That is why it is also called the yeast infection, because it gives you this kind of precipitated, almost like big discharge, and when it comes down, it makes that area, the vagina area, begin to feel uncomfortable and it begins to be itchy. So no, candidiasis is not a sexually transmitted disease, and it is not a something you pick up from the toilet, though it can be passed on through sex. Candidiasis is when the mucus in your body, your own body, begin to go crazy, maybe due to hormone or due to dehydration. That's why you should drink lots of water to help balance your hormone. So when you come down with candidiasis, that whole area becomes unhappy and become very itchy. Back in the days, I attended a girls' secondary school, boarding school, and we used to call it sweetie. Why do they call it sweetie? Because girls will say it is sweeter than sex to scratch that area. So you find girls maybe subconsciously begin to scratch even in class and will laugh at them and say pack it. What they mean by pack it is that they joke that some of the infection falls down to the floor when you scratch. So they ask you to pack it so that you don't infect someone else. So pick it up, pick it up. You have sweetie, pick it up. So that's just a joke. We joke about it and we call it sweetie. Why do they call it sweetie? Because of how sweet it is, do I say, how imposing it is for you to scratch that area. Once you start scratching, you just keep going. Now, the disadvantage of scratching that area is that you become sore, terribly sore, and you begin to bleed. Not only bleeding, that whole area becomes inflamed. It's not funny at all. You can't weep because you feel hot over there. We used to call it pepper. It will pepper the hell out of you. That area becomes it will look so terrible. Nobody will even know that it is a common candida. they will think that you have a sexually transmitted disease. Meanwhile, you were the one that itched it out. So the advice is that don't scratch. If you find yourself in a situation where you have a candida infection and that whole area feel itchy, not just candida infection, maybe a sexually transmitted disease and that area feel itchy, don't scratch. Once you scratch, you are spreading it. What happens is that once you scratch out the surface of your skin, you begin to become sore in that area, and the bacteria is not supposed to have access to ordinary flesh to soar. So when you scratch it, you are spreading that bacteria all over that area. The more you become inflamed, and it's very, very painful. So what do you do when you feel that demanding, pressing itch feeling to scratch that area, because it is very discomforting? That's why anti-BD is here for you. What do you do? Get a medium-sized bowl like this. Run hot water into the bowl. Let the hot water be tolerable, but not very tolerable. Just enough for you to feel the heat of that hot water. If it is lukewarm, if it is not hot enough, then it will not suit the itchy feeling that you are trying to relieve. So let the water be hot, but not too hot. Just slightly tolerable. Let it not be too hot, because if it's too hot, of course, you won't be able to put it in that area and you will burn that area because it is very tender. So make sure the water is tolerable, but not too tolerable. Then you get a nice piece of napkin or a small towel like this. Then what you do is that you dip that towel inside that hot water and put it in that area. I tell you, that is one of the sweetest relief instead of scratching. Just put it there and let it soothe the itchy feeling. When it gets cold, you take the towel from that place, put it in the hot water, and put it back there. Keep repeating it for about 30 minutes until you feel that itchy feeling is completely gone. Then you can go and apply any other treatments that you need to apply. But this is the best, quickest way to relieve it. In fact, it relieves you for the whole of that day, if just in case you don't have access to treatments. This is an instant way to relieve it. And again, hot water help cleanse and heal inflammation. So it's a win-win for you. While you're soothing the itchy feeling, you're also helping your body to recover fast naturally. I hope you learned something new today. Thank you so much for watching. And please subscribe to my channel if you've not yet subscribed. Share this video, like, and comment your thoughts. It's raining heavily outside. I just hope there is volume in this video. I hope you're hearing me. Thank you so much.